The Holy Cross football team kicks off their season tomorrow down in Annapolis taking on Navy. It is the first time in program history that the Crusaders have faced the midshipmen. Now, our own Andy Lacombe is down in Annapolis outside of Navy Marine Corps Stadium. Andy, Holy Cross got to walk into the stadium today. They did not get to do a walk-through practice like most teams do on the road before a game. How did that sit with the coaching staff and the players? What's the mood like down there?
Well, Kev, I wouldn't say it sat very well. They got to walk on the field for a couple of minutes, for about the amount of time it took me to get my camera from the car and run it to the field, and they were already gone. There's a JV game that was happening here this afternoon. Navy was playing in that game. So the Crusaders were on the field just for a few short moments. They were able to then check out the atmosphere a little bit, check out the locker rooms, get settled in, and the atmosphere is something they're expecting will be loud here on Saturday. Bob Chesney is a detail-oriented guy, the head coach of the Crusaders. He tried to simulate as much as he could for the atmosphere to be expected on game day.
We have a flyover noise that comes on. We have crowd noise. We played their fight song, a couple, probably 15, 20 times by now. But those are all part of what we want to do. We want to try. There's a certain section of that field from the 40 to the goal line that has all of their, midshipmen in it. So when we go down to that area of our field, we make sure we turn the volume up a little bit. We have, trying to work on a silent snap count, a quick little huddle, trying to do as many things as we can to be prepared, as best we can for that situation.
And another thing they're probably trying to simulate is the heat. It is hot. It is humid here. Game time is scheduled for 3:30 on Saturday. And the Crusaders have a lot of confidence and faith in their preseason and offseason strength and conditioning program, so they don't mind if it's warm here tomorrow when they take on the midshipmen. Kevin?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Interesting point, too. During the offseason, Holy Cross in July and August, when they were working out up on campus, the players were working out in sweatshirts, in winter hats. So they would be used to sweating and used to these early games in the season, especially this game down in Annapolis, Maryland. You talked about the noise and how Coach Chesney's detail-oriented. How concerned are they that they have a brand-new starting quarterback who's going to get his first taste of being a starter at the college level in Connor Degenhart, and how he's going to deal with the atmosphere?
Well, they really like Connor Degenhart. They really like how he's worked out in the preseason and the spring, and his improvement has grown leaps and bounds. Being a leader is something that's going to be a challenge for him. It's something that he has embraced. And one thing that Bob Chesney said about him this week is he never gets too high, never gets too low. He stays in the moment. He'll need to stay in the moment when there's thousands of midshipmen screaming here tomorrow for the Navy team. And the Crusaders will have to put all that away and try to play their best game against what is a formidable foe in FBS Division foe, Navy.
Yeah, certainly, Andy, and we've followed Coach Chesney and know a little bit about his style from his years at Assumption College. He is a coach that likes a balanced offensive attack. He wouldn't like to throw it 98% of the times. He wants to run as well. And for his sake, and certainly for the hopes of that Holy Cross football team, I think they're going to be leaning on that offensive line tomorrow and hope that they can get a ground game to take pressure off starting quarterback Connor Degenhart. Andy Lacombe with us live from Navy Marine Corps Stadium down in Annapolis, Maryland, and he's wearing the dress blues. Thanks, Andy. We'll hear more from him coming up tonight at 10. Now, the St. John's football team is loaded with talent. You have Iman Dennis going to Michigan. You have Jay Brunel going to Notre Dame. And you have a handful of other seniors that are going to be going on to play college football next year. So the competition during practice is intense, and it brings out the best in everybody.
Our defense is coming together, and against this offense that we have, it's kind of powerhouse with the receivers and quarterback we have, Colin Schofield and Jay Brunel. And I think it's really making our safeties and corners better as a group, and we're communicating better, and hopefully it's going to pay off this year on the field.
Every day we're pushing each other, and especially for the younger guys, we're all getting better each and every day.
I think this year's been a little bit different. I think a little bit more firepower in the competition, being able to go against Iman every day and really try to improve our game, and just the offense and the defense going one-on-ones every day during camp, just hitting each other, and I think it's really preparing us for, like I said, some of the toughest opponents this year.
The competition in practice has been amazing. Going against such an explosive offense, it gives the D line especially, it works our quick twitch and everything like that, trying to get back into the backfield against Colin. It's working in the secondary to try and keep everyone on lockdown. And you can definitely see everyone getting better and better every day. And it definitely just pays off having such high talent on the offense as well.
It's definitely paying off. I think every week we're growing, and it's definitely showing.
St. John's opens up their season on Friday the 13th at Catholic Memorial.